Oh,
Yeah,
he's back.
we're back. We're back.
He's
We're
back.
back.
He's
Panic
back.
is
He's
over.
back.
He
Got work.
got shook. Man got shook there, you know.
I think he gone and changed his suit.
Yo, that was mad. Okay, okay, I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back.
Oof.
Woo, woo. I was getting to the game and I was like, yo, what's going on here? Okay, cool. So yeah, let me know when you can see my screen. Let's go share screen again. We all good? Can we see?
It's just saying started to screen share.
Yeah.
But
Let me see.
Yeah.
blank screen.
Yeah, it's on now, bro.
Oh, damn, I just came off it. Okay, wait. Hold up. Okay, are we back?
Just about.
Yeah, it's just starting up. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, we're back.
Okay, cool. Okay, so as I was saying, the two articles. So we'll start with the bottom right one. So ARK Invest buys Kappa SPAC stock before merger. ARK Invest joined the group of institutional investors rallying behind High Cape, which is the name of the company, High Cape Capital Acquisition Corp SPAC, in its bid to take Quantum public. It participated in the high cap pipe, which raised 425 million in an oversubscribed transaction. ARK Invest and other PIP investors will own 29% of the combined company. However, the article that's directly from the company says something a little bit different. The transaction will merge Quantum Size, revolutionary end-to-end proteomics solution, High Capital Acquisition Corp, a healthcare-focused SPAC sponsored by leading healthcare growth equity investment, High Cape Capital. The transaction is further supported by an oversubscribed 425 million pipe with parties. What? Why does it not want me to read this to you? Okay. With investors including Foresight Capital, Yo, it doesn't want me to read the sentence. Okay. Investors including Foresight Capital Management, LLC. What? Yo, my technology is bugging. No hands. Let's see if it moves. The transaction is further supported by an oversubscribed 425 million pipe with participation from leading institutional investors, including Foresight Capital Management, LLC Aldry, accounts advised by ARK Invest. What? Everyone else is saying that ARK Investors bought it. So why are the company that's directly launching this company saying that they've only had their accounts advised by ARK Invest in comparison to every other media outlet saying that ARK Invest have actually invested? That don't make no sense to me. So again, did some digging, did some research, and I looked and I saw that, yeah, you know what? The stock has gone up in value. It has. It went up by 115%. I can't fault that. I can't, 115, I'll be happy with that. But as a long-term investor, I want to know, is it going to hold that 115 or is it not going to hold that 115? So did some looking into Kappa's holdings, and ARK Invest aren't there. So then I was like, okay, let's check ARK Invest's daily trades, because ARK is one of the few companies that actually puts out all of their trades for the public to see. So when we have a look, what do we think we found? When I went through all of these pages, I went through every single page. I went through all of these. I just quickly scanned them, right? Not one of them says Kappa. Not one trade for Kappa. So what was happening is these newspapers are capping. So you've got to be careful, guys. Yes, you might have got 115% return, but if you was getting in on that late and you heard that news late, what's already happening with this company is already going down. So you've got to be mad careful when it comes to news. So I'm going to give another example, and we're going to have also our discussion about the bubble. Now, there's a lot of hype and a lot of talk at the moment about our financial. Now, the indicators for a financial bubble are, yes, the market's going up astronomically fast, and that after that astronomically fast rise, that and assets aren't worth as much as people are paying for them price,
There's back
then
noise.
that would mean that we're in a bubble, and that when it crashes, when the market tries to pull back, it will crash.
Yo, Pete.
Its negative value. Now, one article, as we can see here, is the Buffett indicator at all times highs. Is this a cause for concern? So this is what this article was saying. Does that look like clickbait? They're using Warren Buffett's name, just like the other article used ARK Invest's name. People are going to click on it. At the end of the day, what did they say? People aren't going to read this whole article. They're just going to look at the clickbait and skim read it. But when you read through the article, they're actually just waffling, saying that it's not actually a concern, but it should be something to worry about. So I looked at that. And then I also looked at a hedge fund manager that I've got a lot of respect for. I follow everything he does. He's an incredible economist. And this is a guy called Ray Dalio. If you don't know about Ray Dalio, please get to know. If you're not even for his investing principles, just for his life principles. He's got a book called Principles. I highly recommend you get it. If you want it, message me. I'll give you a free copy because I'm about that life. Now, Ray Dalio, on the other hand, he's actually a hedge fund manager of a multi-trillion-dollar hedge. Now, who do you want to listen to about if we're in a bubble? A guy that's been in the game for 40 years. He's got one of the most successful hedges in the world. He gives economical advice to China, and we can see how well they've been doing. Or a random article written by a girl that we don't really know anything about, who's being paid to write an article. This is what you've got to really look at. Now, how do you know if you're in a bubble? How high are the prices relative to traditional measures? So again, we can see how high are the prices in comparison to traditional measures. So the share of the market cap bubble is only at around 5%. That's not a bubble. Our prices discontinuing in unsustainable conditions. Now, our prices discounting unsustainable conditions. Now, a lot of people are saying that we're in a bubble because these prices are going up of things that shouldn't be going up. Now, when we really look at the companies that have been going up and have actually been doing well, they're companies like Amazon, Teladoc, Netflix, Zoom, eBay, PayPal, WeWork. No, not WeWork. Upwork, Fiverr. Why would those companies be doing well? Let me see. Maybe because people are working at home. Maybe that's why they've got more revenue than they've got normally. Maybe things might not go back to normal over the next 2 to 5 to 10 years, and that people working from home is the new normal. Therefore, that then means that those assets aren't overvalued. It means that they're undervalued. Now, what happens if everybody starts pulling out of these assets and gets distracted by something, maybe something like crypto, and then completely ignores the stock market, and then these assets actually skyrocket in price and hold their value, but everyone's got out of it because they've been told that we're in a bubble? So how many new buyers, those who weren't previously in the market, have entered the market? Now, when this question is a very interesting question to ask about a bubble, because this doesn't mean retail. This means hedges. How many new hedges have got into the market? There's not many, apart from maybe this whole SPAC phenomenon that we're getting, maybe. How broadly bullish is sentiment? Bullish is obviously what a bull does, up. How bullish is the sentiment right now in the market? It's not actually that bullish. People are quite fearful. People are like, I'm not too sure. Hedge funds, as we've seen, are a bit wobbly. They're a bit unsure. Our purchase is being financed by high leverage, so basically debt and loans. Maybe for the retailers, but for the hedges, you could possibly say that the stimulus money is what's being used. But I don't think the hedge funds are using stimulus money. I think they're closing out old positions on old companies that aren't worth as much anymore, the old blue chips like IBM, like General Electric, like BT, like wherever, and then moving their money into new assets, the new age. So what's happening is actually is a transition of old money is now actually admitting that they have to move their money into new money. That's what's, in my opinion, is happening. That's what I'm seeing. But obviously do your own research and figure out for yourself. So have buyers made exceptionally extended forward purchases, built inventory, contracted forward purchases to speculate or protect themselves against future price gains? So have companies built stock reserves to protect or built themselves in a position so that they can actually maintain the numbers for what they're now currently valued at? That's like asking, has Tesla built new factories to maintain its current growth? Yes, they built one in China and one in Texas. Has Amazon had aggressive like purchases of inventory and new things? Yes, they've gone into pharmaceuticals. They're building more warehouses. Zoom is acquiring more and more business contracts than retail contracts, tying businesses into 5-year contracts that they have to pay for every single year to use Zoom. So again, in my opinion, yes. So our price is high to tradition. That's my opinion. Now let's look at Ray Dalio's, and he compares it to a bubble. So prices are high relative to traditional measures. He says the total market is somewhat frothy, but it's not a bubble. Prices are discounting unsustainable conditions. No bubble, just frothy. New buyers have entered the market. Frothy, not a bubble. There is a broad bullish sentiment. Frothy, not a bubble. Purchases are being financed by high leverage. Somewhat frothy. Buyers' businesses have made extended forward purchases. No bubble. So this is Ray Dalio's opinion, not mine. I've given you mine, and I've also given you Ray Dalio's. So what I'm also going to do is I'm going to show you something that probably most people won't show you, which is I'm going to show you how to find out what's in Ray Dalio's portfolio. So let's have a look, see what Mr. Ray Dalio is holding in his portfolio. Let's have a look, see. Okay, so we can do it on Whale Wisdom, or we can do it on Data Roma. We'll go Data Roma. Okay, cool. So here we can see super investors, we can see their funds, and we can see what they're in and what they've increased their position in. So this is where I found out about Michael Burry's position in GameStop way ahead of time. So we've got everyone here from Warren Buffett, Bill Miller, Pat Dorsey, Carl Icahn, Bill and Melinda Gates, Maurice Pabrai. Everyone's here. Absolutely everyone is here, and their fund. But we are looking for Bridgewater and Ray Dalio. Ray Dalio, Ray Dalio, Ray Dalio, Ray Dalio, Ray Dalio, Ray Dalio. Okay, let me just search him.
If you go back to the previous screen, you could try Control F and search for Bridgewater.
That is a good shout. Okay, let's do that. Oh no, ads. Let's go again. So you can use this website or Whale Wisdom. And you said Control F. Okay. Let's just go Bridgewater here. Now, from the last time I looked at it, he was quite bullish on the MSCI emerging markets. Why is this being weird? Okay, here we go. It's alphabetical order now. Okay, I'm being totally blind. He was definitely here before. Okay, we'll just do it from Whale Wisdom. Look up Bridgewater. Now, the tricky thing with Bridgewater is they've got several different versions of themselves. So top buys, Walmart, Procter & Gamble, Coca-Cola. Top sells, SPDR Gold Trust. Well, actually a slight sell on MSCI Emerging Markets. Not too much. Main sector that they're in at the moment, the Ray Dalio's in, is this green one, finance. So let's have a look. Market value 11.55 billion. Let's have a look at what they're in. Okay, wait, hold on. Oh, see all holdings. There we go. Okay, so all holdings. What's the biggest market value that they're holding? Is in the SPY. So that's the S&P. It's the biggest holding. Biggest chain number 2 is VWO. Then materials in gold. And we can see in their top is this Alibaba. Then we've got iShares Core Emerging Markets ETF. Then we've got iShares Core S&P ETF. Then we've got iShares Gold Trust. Then we've got Pinduodo. I don't know what that is, so you'll have to check that one out. Now, the interesting thing that we want to see is the change, the percentage change. So we can see 119% percentage change in Procter & Gamble. Something to take note of there. See a slight bit of profit taken here. That's why it's a 7% change, nothing dramatic. And this was the interesting one. We've had a 45% profit take there on gold. So that's something to look at there. Okay, so let's go to the final part that I'm going through with you guys, which is how to calculate your potential take profits. So we're going to do that on Apple. And the reason that you really want to do this is so that you know when to get in, when to get out of something. But it just in closing on the whole fake news thing, something that you want to look out for when looking at news articles is, does the story consist of emotionally triggering, unsubstantiated accusations, or are the facts substantiated and the sources provided? When the facts are put aside to create an exciting story and the sources are undisclosed, don't believe the story. So a lot of the time with a clickbait story, it will have, like what we saw, a big name attached to it, something like ARK Investor involved, Elon involved, Tesla this, Apple involved, or a big name in some way attached to the story. Like what we saw with the Warren Buffett one, it said Warren Buffett's indicator for checking if we're in a bubble. Does the writer welcome or not welcome replies or arguments that refute what they are ascertaining, and are they willing or not willing to publish them along with what they've published? Number 3, are the accusations in the story consistent with what has been identified and proven in the legal system? If people or groups are accused in the media of doing bad things, but they haven't been accused or judged to have done bad things in reality. So that's something to look at there. Also, I saw this image. I thought it was quite interesting about investing and why you'd probably want to invest versus having your money in a savings account. Just thought that was pretty interesting. Okay, cool. So let's crack on to the next part. So taking profit. Okay, so we're going to use Apple for this instance, just because I did this on a previous call, and I think it's quite an easy one to mark up because their numbers are easy and quite rounded. Okay, cool. So we've got Apple here with their 2.1 trillion. But what we're going to do first is we're going to compare it to the T-note, which is the Treasury bond, to be able to kind of tell if we're in a bubble. Dun, dun, dun. So, for it again. Guys, no, it's an SPDR. TBT Pro Shares. TBT. There we go. Do that in red. Okay, cool. Perfect. And we'll have a look at that over 5 years. In fact, we want to look at it at max so we can see a bit better. So we can include previous financial crashes. Okay, cool. So what we want to look at is what happens to the T-note in comparison to Apple stock when there is actually a crash or when there is a bubble. And we can see here it met up in 2008, well, just before it. But what it should be showing is that it gets closer to the price of Apple when we're in a bit of a tricky financial situation. And when we're not, as perfect. So you can see it here with the 2008, it was higher. You can see it a bit better now. And now it's getting further and further away, which should give us more confidence that we're not in a bubble. But if you want me to talk about the T-note a little bit more in detail, drop me a message and I'll book you in for a session and we'll go over it in a little bit more detail. Okay, cool. So now we're going to look at the taking profit on Apple. Okay, so I'm going to go Apple. So the first thing that I would want to do is I want to mark up my support and my resistances. So we talked about those before in last week's call. Again, if I've got my free course on my YouTube, just check that out and it will kind of help you understand what support is. But quick understanding of what a support is, it's a point where the price has met multiple times and then bounced back up. So we can see with Apple, it's come up, it bounced down and then bounced back up. And then it came to more or less the same point. So this is the first support. Now the next support is just here. We'll do it on the monthly, so because that's how I look at it. There we go. So first support, we can see how clear that line is there, right? Super clear support. Went up, touched, went up. Then it created a new support here, went up, came down, touched, bounced up, created a new high and created a new support here. So what you'd want to do is you'd want to mark off the previous support as your place that if it goes below that, you're going to highly consider getting out. So you got that strategy and then you've got the moving average strategy as well, which we've covered before. So you can see here, the point that you'd want to contemplate getting out of Apple is actually gone past this first support. So your next one that you'd look at is here at the 119 price. Now also you'd put in your trend line. You got your trend line here, which is similar to support, but on a diagonal. So the points that the price is coming to as it's progressing up. We can see this a little bit more clearly on the weekly, as we can see. So again, what would I do is I would mark off the point that it would go through the trend line as a point that I would absolutely sell and get out of. So you'd set an alert on either Yahoo Finance or on whatever app you're using to tell you if it goes below this price. You can either, on some apps, you can get it to take you out automatically. Some apps you can't, or you just get a notification that if it went below 124, get me out of this now. Cool. or you would just reduce your position size in it. So for me, anything that I've done my research in, I'm super confident in. So I wouldn't completely remove myself from the position. I would just remove 75% of my position from there. Okay, cool. So now calculating your take profit. So there's several ways you can do it. You can do it using the Fibonacci. So again, I'll do a separate session on that, on the Fibonacci. But what we're going to do is we're going to do it using fundamentals. So your fundamentals would suggest, so this is where I was saying that you can see the drawdowns. So you can see here how many times it makes a new high and the percentage from the last time. So in 2 years, it made a new high 102 times. That's very bullish. So the reason I'm using Apple, because it's a good barometer to kind of measure other companies close to. So what we're going to see here is year to date, Apple has done 0.71%, but we're not going to look at that. We're going to look at 52 weeks. So 52 weeks, it's done 137%. 2 years, it's done 198%. 3 years, 265%. 5 years, it's done 480%. So we can see here, it's very capable of doing 100% in a year. So we're going to take that and we're going to minus just a little bit, just in case it doesn't have a good year and it has a major pullback, which that pullback would be around 20%. So for number's sake, we're going to go, it's going to do 75%. So we'd also look at the numbers. So this is the price added on. Now also consider that Apple has had a stock split. So we can see, and that explains the 436% jump. And also the 192%, but not reflective in the price. So 85, 83, 48, 105. So mainly ones that we're looking at is 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, 105, 85, 83. So again, is it capable of adding an extra £85 onto $85 onto the price? Yes, based on the data that we've got. Now, in the last 52 weeks, it's added 48. And again, consider the stock split. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a price in between 83 and 48. And for me, just because it's nice and round, we're going to say 75. So my take profit would be to add $75 to the current price. So we can see we're at 125, $75 would take us to £200 a share. So what I would do is I would mark this off. Once it gets to this point, I wouldn't be greedy. I would take some of my capital off the table from this investment. Why? This is because this is what the hedge funds do. This is why this is coming down now, because after a big run, it's gone up and people are taking profit now. And again, we're also in the quadruple witching period, which again, if you want to know more about that, book in a session with me, where a lot of hedge funds are taking profits now and a lot of call options are actually expiring around this March period. So a lot of money is going to be rotating. So for me personally, what I do once it's hit my target of 100% turnover as a long-term hold, as an investment, this isn't as a trade, as a long-term investment. If it hits 100%, I'm now taking 25% of the profits that I've made out of that investment and putting it into something more secure. And that's how I do that. Cool. So again, if you want more info on that, let me know. I'll do a session with you on that. And final thing that you could use, which I use more for my trades, is the Donchian channel. I use this more for trades to figure out where I want to get my take profit. So we can see here, we're just about to hit the midpoint of the Donchian and it's close to the trend line. So that's perfect. Then I would do a take profit that I would look at just at the top of the Donchian, so at 145. I'd also look at the call options chain and see what the common options trade is on it, which I'll just quickly show you now. I showed this in a call with somebody the other day. And again, you can do this with most stocks. So we'd have a look at the options chain and would see what's got the most volume and the most open interest. So 110 has got 713, 2,813, 8,920, 49,000, 81,000 for 130. So the most interest there. So that's all for call options for the 26th of February. So if we wanted to look at it further into the future, we would go, I want to hold this for a year. So I want to hold it until next year, this time next year. So we'd go, oh, there isn't any for around that time. So we'll go June 2022. Has it done it? Okay, cool. And we want to see for June 2022. Oh no, it hasn't reset it. Oh yeah, it has. Okay, cool. So yeah, June 2022, what's in the money? 125. Around the price that we're looking at, how much interest is in there already? 5,000 and around 6,000. But the most that we can see so far is around 250. So yeah, very, very interesting. Okay, cool. So that is that. Now we're going to quickly move on to crypto, and then I'm going to hand over to my boy Ninja. Okay, let me just touch on these cryptos that I've been looking at. So the cryptos that I've been looking at this week, I think there's 3. One of them is called Win. Why Win? It's actually a gambling one. So I'm not normally for gambling, but I know people are. So I know it's a very lucrative market. Then EWT and VeChain. My notes on VeChain. So it's 26 in the ranking. It's enterprise focused. It's centralized. It can be used for food safety and product safety. It also has a group consensus is for the VTHC coin, and is very good for risk management. Then the VET is the store of value and allows for proof of authority. It's got a very good and strong econ model. It's got 101 nodes on the VET, and it also is 21 million VET in production, which is hidden to the public. And it's got players like PwC and Grant Thornton as the nodes. The blockchain on the other side, the people using the technology are people like Deloitte, Walmart, and Fresh Supply, and the China Shanghai gas regulators. So I think a lot of potential in VeChain. EWT is the Energy Web token. Energy Web DOS front end. It has some front end apps. It's mainly used for automation with companies like Walmart, Volkswagen, Pfizer, and I think that was Nestle. And it allows for proof of lowered carbon emissions, which is something that I'm all for, hence why I would be getting in that. Cool. So that's my part done. I'm gonna hand over to Ninja, and as I hand over to Ninja to just spit some game about crypto, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put my little link in the chat for donations for today's call. So I'm fundraising to build a water well in Ghana. So any donations are much appreciated. Thank you very much. Ninja, over to you.
Yo, I'm feeling the pressure. First of all, can you guys all hear me clearly?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah,
All good, man.
Okay,
Yeah.
sweet. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to exit this call and jump back in because for whatever reason, the audio is a bit crazy. I'll be back in a quick second, yeah? And I'll answer any questions. 1 second.
Cool.
Everyone's
Has anyone got any questions for me on anything just quickly? Wow, no questions. Mad. Mugs, are you there? Are you available?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, you are there. Do you want to do your thing, bro?
I don't mind. I just finished it. Well, yeah, just finished adding to it rapid.
Okay.
Michael, can I ask something?
Yeah, fire away.
You know, like obviously for beginners or whatever, yeah, what kind of apps would you say or sites would you say other than Yahoo Finance to use for stocks?
To really analyze and look at them. There's a website called hypercharts.co. I cannot stress how easy that website is to use. Hypercharts.co. That website is easy peasy to use. So Fad Ninja, you go first on the crypto, and then we'll get Morgan in to spit some game about a company that he's been doing some research on. That is, what's the current share price, Morgs?
I think it's like just under $11.
$11. Gem. Banger. Yo, Ninja, over to you, bro.
Yo, what's good, people? Ninja is my nickname. My legal name, obviously, is Fadlan Effendi, as you can see. I'd like to invite my boy Keish in the place. Oh, you got Keish? You still here? Yo, come say hello, Keish.
Yo,
Show your face. Show your face. Show your face.
What's good? Yeah?
Alright. Okay. Cool.
Yeah, I'm
Oh
giving
my
you.
God, am I the
I'm giving
host
you the
now?
powers, bro. You co-hosts.
Powers. Okay, cool. First of all, I'd like to introduce you all to my homie Keish, who's in his own respect a fellow crypto don who specializes in DeFi, also a bit of a penny stocks guy. So hopefully he can give you some perspective as well. All right, any questions? Go fire.
What's
To do
good,
with crypto,
guys?
not stocks.
I would say platforms to use because it's bare confusing out here.
Sure, no problem. Okay, let's have this conversation. So first of all, it is important in crypto and the stock market to have several brokers. In crypto, we call them exchanges. Different exchanges offer different benefits, different pros, different cons. It's important for you guys to research what are the pros and what are the cons. But let's just start from the very top, okay? The very, very top. In my humble opinion, the single best cryptocurrency exchange, though it comes with its cons, is Binance. The reason why is because Binance offers the most range when it comes to at least in the mainstream platforms. Binance comes with the most altcoins, basically. So coins like Polkadot, coins like Cardano, coins like XRP, which are in the top 7 right now. They keep fluctuating between 7, 8, and 9, whatever. But yeah, those coins are not available on Coinbase. Major key, right? A lot of beginners start off with Coinbase. Let me tell you what Coinbase is good for, okay? Coinbase is good to sign up under somebody's referral link because you and that person both get £7.50 of free Bitcoin. Go get it from Mr. Hardin if you ain't got a Coinbase link because this is his link, so we're gonna bless him with a free Bitcoin. So yeah, every time, Mr. Hardin, drop your Coinbase and Binance links in the comments. Let's get it. Anyone who doesn't have Coinbase and Binance, sign up for Mr. Hardin. So Coinbase is good for beginners because the UX is amazing. You both get you and Mr. Hardin will both get £7.50 of free Bitcoin when you sign up under his link, and also there is Coinbase Earn. Every person who goes on Coinbase now, $30 for free for y'all, right? However, the fees are very high. That's where I would then move on to Binance, which is basically, if you got Coinbase and Binance, you're pretty much good for life. There is other apps as well that are also very good, but yeah, Coinbase for beginners, then Binance, then my personal favorite, Swissborg. Okay, let me show you all about Swissborg. Okay, I love me some Swissborg. I love Swissborg. Okay,
Swissborg is hella
drop
easy.
your Swissborg link. So, oh my God, right? Okay, nobody is. Make sure you sign up to Michael Harding's link and don't just go download it under the App Store, because if you download it from the App Store, you guys won't be getting free Bitcoin. Okay. You won't be getting free Bitcoin. So as you can see, the user interface is hella slick, and also the fees are very low. Let's say, for example, you wanted to buy £50 of Bitcoin, a mere 69 cents, a mere £50 fee. Let's compare that to Coinbase. Triple fees, right? Right. Look.
I hate Coinbase fees, bro.
Yeah. We hate Coinbase fees, but we don't hate Coinbase because they've done a lot for the crypto world. £1.99. Disgusting, right? I mean, we can use Coinbase Pro, that's more advanced. Now, okay, so why is Swissborg amazing, especially for beginners? Number one, the app is very, very easy to use. Number two, when you deposit, click deposit. First of all, only deposit £1 to make sure it works. Then follow deposit £50, and you and Michael Harding will both get some free Bitcoin. Could be €5, sometimes €40. I think it's pretty nice. But here's the major key, the major key: Swissborg coin. This is one of the altcoins I highly have a lot of faith in. Look at this, right? The coin went from 2 cents to 90 cents. Like, it done 45x in a year. In 1 month, right? It's done nearly 4x in a month. Guys, you see my balance, $577. I have only ever, on God, invested less than $100 in this app. The reason why my balance is so high is because, well, you know, if we just click on the referrals, notifications, view details. Oh shit! Okay, one sec. Okay, I just happened to sign up a lot of people. You know what I mean? The network marketing gets kind of strong. So
you are helping people get into this game. Helping.
This is the thing, guys. Helping, right? And then my Swissborg coin, like, this was literally $70. Like, my Swissborg coin has tripled. And then get this, right? For beginners that want to do something that I like to call, a guy called Alexander Lorenzo, who I follow on YouTube. Guys, make sure you follow Alexander Lorenzo on YouTube. This is my favorite cryptocurrency influencer, in my opinion. Alexander Lorenzo. This guy will give you so much game. I love this guy, right? So he describes something called psycho trading, which is basically just exchanging crypto for crypto. So what I'm doing right now with the marketplace, I'm gonna head over to Keish for a second. I've just picked the best performing coin, which is Swissborg, and I put most of my portfolio that was not Bitcoin and Ethereum in Swissborg. And then it even has a cyborg predictor that predicts that for the next 24 hours the market's bullish. So guess what I've done? I've literally put the majority of my portfolio minus 0.1 ETH and 0.001 Bitcoin in Swissborg mainly. This was literally $280 about 3-4 hours ago. I'm riding this Swissborg wave. Before I go to bed, I'm gonna cash out in USD coin. Light work. I'm gonna take my profits.
Jeez, fire game.
That's me.
Bro,
All right, keep
fire game.
Yeah, man. Let's
go. Any game.
What's good, everyone? Quick one. I'm gonna just drop some exchanges on you lot as well. Because I'm in the DeFi space. In the DeFi space, not every coin is on every exchange, innit? So you have to go to a lot of different exchanges to find different coins. I'm just gonna drop a few of them, innit? That I use personally.
Pen and paper, peeps.
So yeah, there's Kraken. Yeah, Probit. There's KuCoin, that's KU, KU coin, so KuCoin. There's MXC.
Game.
Yeah, so yeah, these are the exchanges that I use personally myself as well to use extra coins, and also some of them do stake as well.
Oh, okay, right. Keish, very, very important here, right? And we're always about wealth and abundance. You said KuCoin, Kraken, and MXC.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kraken with a K as well.
All right,
and Michael. As well.
Okay, Michael, do you have KuCoin, Kraken, or MXC?
Nope, not yet. I'm about to.
Wait. I know Kraken got a referral link. Keish, you gotta drop that. Drop that Kraken referral link. I don't know about KuCoin and MXC, so anybody that needs those platforms, make sure you'll sign up to Keish. By the way, I'm very, very, very bullish on referral marketing in crypto, right? The reason why, guys, and everyone here needs to be very serious on their marketing, because not their marketing, but it's referral link game. Because even if you don't put yourself out there too much as maybe myself, who's trying to get 100 signups or whatever, if you can establish yourself in your personal circle as the person who knows at least a bit about crypto, a bit about the stock market, people will come to you. I've honestly changed my whole life through apps. I'm gonna say it, my whole life. Yeah, I was broke about 6-7 months ago, and a large proportion of my current 5-figure plus wealth that I've acquired in less than 6 months from being broke and being a kitchen porter and not knowing anything about crypto and stocks, being on minimum wage in London and just surviving this pandemic, is literally the apps. Like, it's just because people like me as a person. On free trade alone, on God, I've made over £1,000 in 4 months on free trade stocks. Then I resold those stocks and bought the stocks that I wanted. So honestly, guys, I can't stress in this uptrend of how stocks and crypto investing is becoming more popular. Establish yourself, at least amongst your family and friends, as a reasonably educated person. They will come to you for the apps. Give them the apps. You are helping people. I can't stress it enough.
Yo, game. Absolute game, guys. Yo, this has been a special episode. So to wrap up, Mugs, are you ready for this, bro?
I'm here.
Yo, Mugs went the extra mile, you know. Mugs even did like a presentation. This is how I know this guy's killing. Yo, you got the power, bro. Power to you, bro. Bless up. Let's go.
Thank you. So today I'm going to be talking about Copin. Ticker symbol is KOPN.
Jeez.
Share my screen. And before we start, I'd like to say thank you to Mike and to Ninja and Keish for presenting and sharing the information that they've got and sharing it with us. So, company I'm going to talk about is Copin. First and foremost, Copin is a corporation leading developer and provider of critical components for integration into wearable computing systems for military, industrial, and consumer products. They have over 200 global patents and patents pending.
Jeez.
The main thing I want to highlight here are the fact that Copin's been around for more than 3 decades. They help enhance the way people see, hear, and communicate. They work with they power billions of cell phones, micro displays, and have brought vivid images to more than 30 million consumers in electronics and military night vision devices. Today, Copin is focused on critical components and subsystems for wearable computing systems. Copin's technology portfolio includes ultra-small displays, innovative optics, and low-power ASICs. Copin has contributed to the development of head-mounted displays, created the Golden Eye, a wearable headset designed for enterprise. They've worked with Solos on their smart glasses for cyclists and runners, and have collaborated on many wearable products with a range of companies, including Fujitsu, Google, Motorola, RealWear, and Vuzix. Copin has more than 200 global patents, as I mentioned earlier. And they've also got 2 subsidiaries, which you can look into, Fourth Dimension Displays and NBIS Inc. So this is the CEO, the president, founder, and chairman of Copin, Dr. Fan. Main thing I just want to highlight about him is all these awards that he has won in this paragraph here. And he's been one of the very few engineers that have been selected to the NAE membership, which is one of the highest professional honors accorded an engineer. So the 30 years of development and innovation of Copin. So they started in 1985. In 1986, they developed a thin film, which was a world record at that time. In 1995, they became the first company in the world to volume produce HBT wafers, which are used in mobile phones. In 1997, they introduced the Cyber Display product, the world's smallest high-performance, high-resolution information display. Just from the first few things they've done, you can see they're a very innovative company. They've worked with the likes of Base Systems, DRS, and Raytheon for the F-35 headsets. In 2005, they introduced the Cyber EBF, the world's first complete electronic viewfinder product for digital cameras. 2005, they introduced the BDM, the world's first complete binocular display module product for video eyewear. 2009, they unveiled the Golden Eye, which I mentioned earlier. 2013, again, the displays on the headwear of pilots. 2015, they worked with Solos on their vision glasses. So we'll just click on the video quickly. Have a look.
This video is fire. Yeah, you don't really understand what this company does until you see this. Then you realize, oh, snap. all about the connection.
You and the road, you and the data, team, your coach, you and your breathing, you and your body.
Solus untethers you from the ground.
It lets you personalize the data you see and hear.
326 watts.
Keeping your eyes on the road, yourself in the moment. Merging your metrics and surroundings. Human and machine.
Bringing together all the moving parts.
Bonding agent of all your data points. From your glasses to your apps to your coach.
You can finally stay fully present.
No looking down.
No breaking stride.
No unsafe distractions. You feel at one with the thing you love to do. Connected.
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 Fire. Mad market for that.
So yeah, that was the smart lessons. They've also introduced the Whisper voice chip, which provides users superior speech recognition and voice quality. I'm not going to click on the video for that to save time. And 2017, they introduced the 2K by 2K lighting OLED display. And in 2018, they worked on the Golden Eye Infinity Smart Screen. Again, I'm not going to click on the video just to save time. As to the partners and customers of Coping, they've worked with Verizon, Fujifilm, Panasonic, Motorola, Base Systems, Vuzix, Raytheon, Nikon, Olympus, and Garmin. These are just a few that I took out because they were very recognizable names. Here we have the income statement of Coping. So you can see at the moment they're not making money. However, in 2018, they have improved. On their balance sheet, we can see that they currently have 43 million in assets and only have 14 million in liabilities.
Jeez.
If we look at their major holders, we can see they've got Vanguard, BlackRock.
Fire.
And if we look over here, we can see the insider transactions. So they've had considerably more purchases of shares than sales of shares, given the net as 2,563,000 shares purchased. And if we look down here, we can see their performance over the last year. So short-term performance, we can see that their year change is 2,938%. Their year-to-date, what? 387%. Their 6 change is 706%. 3 months, 771%. 1 month, 233%. And in a week, they've done 9%. And then I've just got a short video here of Chamath to say why I do believe this company is a good one.
You have to think very broadly about building things that can stand the test of time. Those businesses are by definition hard and non-obvious. And so they compound in scale very slowly. And that's really counterintuitive to the overriding logic of Silicon Valley, which says quick, fast, go, right? But that kind of premature ejaculation doesn't work if you're trying to fucking be around forever. Like you've got to be in the flow for decades. That is hard. It tests people's patience. It tests people's resolve. It tests people's really intellectual incision. And this is where everybody gives up. Everybody gives up. I had this moment today, just a total different.
Bars.
And that's the end. So thank you for watching.
Yo.
I hope you useful.
This has been the greatest episode of all time, guys. Greatest episode of the game of all time, guys. If you can find somewhere where you're getting this much game and this much value for free, please let me know. I want to sign up because you are not getting ticker symbols, you're not getting cryptos, you're not getting exchange platforms, all of this for free and game like what we're giving you for free anywhere, bro. Anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. So, like I said, all we're asking in return is a little donation to charity. I'm not asking for much, £1, £2, £5. The links are in the description. If you want to get any of these absolute platforms, they're also available in the chat. If you want to book one-on-one sessions with either myself, Fadlan, Keish, or even Morgan, let us know. we're all here. We're all about elevating this wealth. So for the last 5 minutes, I'm just going to quickly take any questions because we normally wrap up after 9:30. But I'm going to take 3 questions if anyone's got any questions.
Where do I send the donations?
So in the chat, you'll see it in the chat. There's a bit there. You can either send it directly to me into my Cash App, my Revolut, or at the top of the link, it's justgiving.com fundraising. See what we see. Lockdown 10K.
Hi, can I make a quick request to everyone, right? What I've noticed, and I'll be honest, I've only been joining these sessions for about 4 weeks, if that. The content is amazing, and I found that nobody shares the videos after they're published. So if we could ask for support on that front, like there is no reason why these videos don't pop off on the internet. Like I wanna get to a point where your lessons, Mr. Like first of all, you've inspired me to have my own weekly session. Maybe I might pick Wednesdays, Thursdays. I'm not too sure. No doubt, you'll be jumping in. I'll be jumping in yours, but we should be getting hella people. Like, is today the biggest attendance?
Yeah, it was 20 last week, and we was at 28 at the high this week.
Yeah, perfect. There's no reason why 100 people can't be in here, and there's no reason why these videos aren't getting thousands of views. So if we could all request, again, everybody please subscribe to Michael's YouTube, and then once this episode goes out, if you can make a collective effort to share it.
Mm-hmm. And tag yourselves in a picture of you being in this call, because that's important as well. Just tag yourself in a picture. Just take a picture of your screen, take a screenshot, get it out there on Instagram, get it out there on Facebook. If you've taken value, that is. If you've not taken value, then I'm sorry. Like, I've literally put my heart out on the line. I've literally spent hours coming up with these presentations week in, week out for people. So for free. So,
all I got to say, Michael, you and the team has been amazing. And as I said, there's nowhere else on the planet you can get the information that you're giving us, guys. So I will support you with your charity and anything that goes along, you know what I mean? Because I may be way behind most of the things you guys are saying, but at least I still got an idea what's going on.
Yeah, man.
So I just got to say, keep doing what you're doing, man. Many thanks, and bless up yourself and the team, man.
No worries, man. Thank you. That's why we do it, man, because we're just trying to bring everybody forward, because this is the pandemic. The pandemic, I'm going to say it every week until it hits home, is our friends, our families, our parents are going to retire on 50K. The average retirement is 50K. Ask yourself, what are your friends, your family, and your parents going to do with 50K in 10, 20 years' time when it's worth 10 or 15? We're in trouble, people. This is a pandemic. We need to up the financial literacy. We need to make sure everybody is investing, whether it's stocks, crypto, whatever it is, whether it's investing £1, £100 a month, a year. Just movement needs to happen because there is a problem. So thank you very much, guys. I really appreciate you coming on the call. Lots of love. Namaste. Recognize the Most High. Power to you all.
Yeah. Thanks so much. That was great, man.
Blessings.
No worries, man. See you later. Like I said, everything's in the, all the links are in the chat. If you want any of the links or anything, that's available in the chat.
Thanks, guys.
No worries,
Thanks,
man.
mate.
See you in a bit.
Thank you
Bye.
very much. Cheers.
Bye.
Bye now.
Thank you for the session.
No worries, man.
Thank you.
No worries.
Cheers, Michael.
No worries. See you later.